Edition 13. Was that okay? Validation and reassurance. Even though last letter's recording was really poorly received with almost no one listening, I realized that my reading aloud, if anything, could be improved. Also, the recording should be faster or similar to the reading, so I'm going to speed up a bit. You could again read or listen to this week's newsletter, tap to listen. This week, I wanted to share a story. A few days ago, Ali Abdul, a man who I really look up to, and have done for many years, liked a comment I left on his video. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but it was a funny comment, so I wanted to share it. And the fact that he liked it just showed that he resonated with it being funny, which was kind of great. Of all the videos he creates, I feel this type is particularly his worst. It's the sort of video where he just rambles and bumbles along completely unscripted, kind of just chatting. It becomes my junk food content. I can't seem to get into series or movies these days, so it's perfect for that substitution. I watch a lot of what's in my backpack videos, but it's not so bad because you end up learning one or two novel ideas in every other video. And it's interesting just to see what people keep in their bags, I guess. Even what's on my desk videos are quite fun. You might call me weird, but these videos get many millions of views, so clearly I'm not alone here. Anyways, back to the video. It was all fun and games until he pulled out his portable bidet, as he called it. If you're Indian or Pakistani, you know it as a lota, or in this case, a portable lota, which means water jug. It's normally a jug that's kept in the bathroom and, as he says, acts as a bidet. It's a hygienic principle and common in the culture, but sort of not really talked about, which is why it was so jarring to hear him openly talk about it. As equally as surprising as it must be to hear me talking about it, but it was just too funny. How on earth did he find the courage to mention it and then show it? I mean, it's a really cool product, and I didn't even know you get such a fancy device. But anyway, back to the comment. Lota, as I mentioned, is just an Indian word for water jug. And I read a lot of the other comments where people were as taken aback as me. Some of them even suggesting that it might have been a bet that he lost, and that's why he had to put it in the video. Either way, hilarious. Something troubling. My issue with the word shame. It can't just be me, but it often comes across passive-aggressive. I know it's a South African thing and we all use it, but it just feels like an easy emotional response when someone shares something poor. I had a flat tire. When the reply is shame, it just feels demeaning or belittling, like shame, poor thing, the worst's always happening to you, or shame, I can't be bothered, but that sucks for you. Maybe it's not so bad, but I've just not been resonating with it recently. Shame, be better. Something inspiring. I've been watching a lot of Harvard speeches, and they're quite good, but particularly the J.K. Rowling and Oprah's are standouts. Really recommend. Something I found interesting was Oprah mentioned this idea that every single guest, no matter who they were, always asking after the interview, was that okay? And it's a small part of a speech, but it really speaks to a really big human truth where we are all wondering if we're doing good enough. The same thing popped up in a book, Stress Proof Your Life by Elizabeth Wilton. Under the chapter, How to Make Everyone Love You, she speaks to how we are all approving-seeking missiles. She further talks about how it's a low-risk strategy when you're younger and still a child, but becomes a high-risk strategy as you grow up into an adult, and points to why we need to grow up and build our own inner reserves of self-esteem and learn mechanics which prevent or limit us from comparison, which otherwise sets us up for deep levels of anxiety and stress for living, which then leads to trying even harder to make people realize your superiority, making you just a faster missile. Really interesting. This week's recommendations is AK 3065. It's a German song, which I believe is about doing 300 kilometers on the German Autobahn in a Mercedes and not giving a shit about the police. See if you like it. I think it's quite a jam. And second is the Ed Sheeran opening song. I'm only adding this because it's my favorite track on the new album. And due to it having a really slow start and dreary end, I don't believe the main verse gets enough credit. 1 minute 20 is where you should start listening from. What a banger. Anyways, hope you find some joy this week. Thanks again for reading. Take care. Bye-bye. See you in the next edition. Your pal, Imraan.